Right, we've got another match coming right up. It's already setting up.
Skurd versus LostForWords.
So in the previous match, both of our racers joined at the same tourney and had the same number of tourneys. That was interesting, I think. And they were also kind of equal in win rates, but here we've got some pretty different stats.
Skurd's been around a while. 11th edition. Is 12 and 20 overall, but when it's been up to 49th, which I think suggests a consistency to it, right? Like, I think with 12 wins, you know, if 6 of them were to happen in one mystery tournament, that would be like top 8 almost, right? So to sprinkle those 12 wins over 11 tournaments is how you would have to end up with no better than 49th.
There's our one commonality here. LostForWords also finishing 49th in the best placement.
True.
In fewer tourneys, let's see, this is a bit hard to read. 5th edition, I think. Yeah, so definitely not around nearly as long, but has made it to a similar level.
Yeah, really, I think this is anyone's race. I think it's going to come down more so to whether the game is in someone's wheelhouse or not.
Actually, so I just noticed, LostForWords has 2 wins. Is that how much you need to get to 49th?
Probably.
That's 2 wins in one tourney, making it 49th place, and then probably going 0-2 a lot.
Yeah, I'm guessing there were over 100 entrants in Mystery Tournament 15. And so you would have all the people who went 0-2, like a quarter of them would tie for 100th or whatever. And then another quarter would all tie at 1-2 for like 74th or something. So yeah, I think 2-2 is where you encounter the people who went 49th. We'll see if LostForWords can recapture their best run.
Another very nice game coming up. I pulled this for last match already, and random numbers landed on it again. I think Internet Dirigible also really likes this one.
This is his favorite game.
Oh, his very favorite game. Nice.
Of all video games, I think it is his #1 favorite.
Well, it is a good one. A very nice video game.
It's an interesting one for a race. I found there was there's some things that are easy to miss or not appreciate that you're able to do, and they drastically change the way that you can approach levels.
Yeah, we've got this other neat button here. So these players have played at least one match already. Skurd has played Tepomon 3, one of my personal favorite submissions. One of those ikiki Japanese indie platformers, kind of pretty rough but very fun, I think.
That was not the one where you have the jetpack and the teeth.
No, that's Mogi Jet with the jetpack. Tepomon 3 is I think the end of each stage is a banana, and it's a run and gun, and the final boss in our goal is like a flying battle.
Oh, and yeah. There's like ammo boxes being like thrown off the ship, sort of, and you need to like get the stuff. You need to collect the falling gun, and then come back up and shoot the guy.
And GFM played
that was
System Purge Hollow Point, which I don't remember.
No, I missed that one entirely.
I
horror platformer. Oh wait, maybe I did see that one. With the like spider monster in the dark, and you gotta like jump up or duck down into these little things. Oh, right. And then there was a retime for GFM when the game crashed. And it was extremely close, and we had to look at it, and the race was decided by like 20 or 30 seconds or something. That very easily could have been LostForWords' win in that match. That game should probably have a different title. That's a forgettable title for sure.
Yeah, I kind of expected one of these, like, first-person, maybe shooter, maybe more like Portal, more like a platformer. But no, this is some kind of pixel art 2D action platformer.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because it starts with System that sent my brain down the System Shock tunnels that it has in there. When I hear System Purge Hollow Point, that's where my brain goes. Well, the game we're gonna play it's not scary at all. It's bright and it's colorful. It's on the PS1 instead of Steam. You're platforming in 2D, which I guess is what you did in System Purge Hollow Point.
I'm probably
Oh my
giving
God.
it away to anyone who knows the game, but yeah, it's a platformer, but sometimes it's a fighting game. I think I'm not sure if we get to that point.
We have this deflector song on Rainwave that Maurice uses.
Oh yeah, the deflector game.
But
That's a
not
great song, the cover that he uses.
Yeah, the cover. Bright Shadow getting called out for claiming to have wishlisted Shadow Purge Hollow Point, and then someone who has Bright Shadow on their friends list was like, "No, you don't." The Gons is coming at him sideways. Well, if anything, it's a nice reminder to go wishlist that game.
If someone would know their Steam games, it's definitely the Guns. If the viewers missed it, we had a little tourney last year, and I think it's coming back this year. The Next Fest Conquest. Steam has these regular events where they have a huge deluge of new demos. That's called Steam Next Fest. And for one of these, we took the demos as a game pool for a tourney, but since this event is like just a week or something, it had to happen very, very quickly in a very condensed amount of time.
There's some genuinely very cool stuff in Steam Next Fest, and it's free to check it all out. It is a little bit weird though, because I think the demos like kind of go away. Like you think they could just
some
leave
do,
it up
some don't. Yeah. So
yeah.
Depends on if the dev takes it down, but I think like the rationale is if they keep it up, then they kind of have to maintain it, and also it shows an old state of the game and so on. So there are reasons to take it down, I suppose, but it's inconvenient for us and for players in general.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we've got the game up at least. Audio here, alright, and let's check it out.
The Adventure of Little Ralph.
also known as Chipoke Ralph no Daiboken, because it's a Japanese-only platformer. Well, I guess the language doesn't really matter. It is just a platformer, so you don't really need to understand much. I think the paste bin says they should play on easy. Did it say? Yeah, title screen check to make sure it's on easy. Let me ask if they did that just to make sure.
How many times have we raced the adventure of Little Ralph?
I'm not sure I've seen it much, but I guess it might have been more often in the past. Yeah, we're playing on easy. Both have it set on easy. Guess that's the normal setting here. I mean the default setting. Alright. Should be good to go.
We have races of this Kill Travant goal going back to 2013.
And here we go. And there's no audio. Oh, okay, it's very quiet.
The animation is so smooth. Now, I didn't join the race room fast enough to get that pace bin link.
I've got it right here. Right one still? Yeah.
Okay. Skurd being a little more aggressive. Already on top of the castle wall. Power-ups that make your sword stronger, give your second hit back. A little follower that shoots bombs. I think that's that orb that's sort of orbiting around.
I think from what I've seen of this game, that there are multiple paths here. Even there's a lower path that also leads up in the end, I think.
I find generally when that's the case, you want to try to take the top path.
The Sonic rule.
You'll fall to the lower path. Close race, Skurd catching up.
I think I've seen in the paste bin that there's like more attack options. I think you can charge or delay your sword, and maybe there's a fireball as well. They're LostForWords charging it up a little bit. Did
Yeah,
you get the
you can hold your
out?
attack to hold your sword back, let it go, and it shoots small enemies forward, like they will go tumbling through other enemies. The Waterworks Bureau.
Not really looking much like a bureau. I'm not sure if all
LostForWords
these...
doing this thing where he just sort of like swings the sword, yeah, like as an enemy slowly walks into it, and it's this very small thing, but it's gonna add up. Being very cautious in your combat like that.
LostForWords already on a continue. Oh, Skurd. This is actually kind of brutal, kind of the way you're spiked. Not very gory or blood, but still it's slightly concerning.
It's the way that he doesn't move and the camera just lingers on it.
Skurd getting big points there, big score numbers.
4 out of 5 hearts. Is that gonna add up to an extra life? If you get enough hearts, you get an extra life. Okay. LostForWords has got the sword power up. Ooh, just barely catching the bottom of that rope. Uh-oh.
Falling onto the spikes again. So we've got a lot of these score items, and I wonder if they're relevant for the race. Do you get... If the lives are from the hearts, then I guess you're not getting lives from score, so... Race score doesn't matter much.
Yeah, the pace bin seems to imply score. Not gonna do anything for you. Okay, so Skurd knows you want to be lower down on that rope to make sure you don't bump your head on the ceiling. Oh, LostForWords is the one to get through, though.
I guess the appearing fruits kind of tell you the jump arc, but it's still some guesswork where to start, where to jump off from the rope. It's like we're getting to a boss for LostForWords already, yeah.
Got this weird guy at the controls of the double wrecking ball, and the snails are just sort of dropping out of chutes here in the Waterworks Bureau.
That was a very quick boss. Boss got snailed.
I feel like the snail must have done like 20 sword slashes worth of damage.
Skurd also getting it pretty quickly, but yeah, the snail seemed to have done some good damage. Skurd just going right point blank and slashing the sword.
From the Waterworks Bureau to the Aqueduct.
How do we see LostForWords making good use of that charged sword, where you can just hit an enemy into the other enemies?
Yeah. Skurd's slashing them one by one. Oh, the attack coming out too early. I've noticed that the sword slash, it's got this pretty big reach and an animation that implies like it's gonna be an active hitbox out here for a while. But it's actually pretty fast. You don't want to be attacking too early with this thing.
Internet Ritual complaining that they're not using the down stab much. It's one of the attack options that we haven't seen much yet.
Yeah, it looks like the pace bin doesn't make it explicit that there is a down stab. I could see that being a button combo that someone might not think to press. Oh, I think we might have just saw it accidentally from LostForWords, dropping off the rope, holding down, and then wanting to attack the guy, so it came out. Just random guy just comes in from the side of the screen. LostForWords couldn't react. Oh, there was a checkpoint right there, though. The instincts to be on the right side and then move to the left halfway down to pick stuff up was so good, but then LostForWords bailed as soon as the heart appeared. Skurd with the run under the jumping enemy on the collapsing bridge.
These tiny worms seem to be like a good chance to use your down stab. Skurd also.
I believe Bright Shadow when he says that LostForWords has done the down stab. I saw one too.
Yeah,
but
he's done it.
Seems like it's been.
He's
like,
done it on the way
accidental.
down here, but then not on the enemies.
Yeah. I think is holding down for other reasons, and it happens to come out and hasn't even clocked that it's a different attack with different properties. Oh, LostForWords washed away by the falling water, and now here is Skurd. On a slightly different path, maybe? No, okay, I remember this part now.
It looks like there might be multiple paths. There's some kind of... yeah, there we go. We can go down or forward, I suppose.
Okay, the water's gonna be coming up for Skurd, I think.
LostForWords hit a dead end there though, so... maybe not all paths lead somewhere.
Oh, the bat. A downstab might have solved that bat problem, but Skurd, I think, doesn't know about it.
LostForWords now more wary about the water. About the falling sewage there.
Oh! It seems everything in this level wants you to take a moment and look at it before you go, but okay, it has a checkpoint here. The little left-right in the air, though. Dropped short.
Skurd hitting the same dead end, so I think it's close behind.
Really like the rhythm with which they're attacking those guys jumping out of the water. Being aggressive on the falling water as well. Gets through on just 2 cycles.
And also makes it over the disappearing platforms. All of these platforms seem to like go very quickly. These here as well for Skurd.
Okay, couple decisions. You could have, gone back left at some point while climbing those platforms. Skurd just continues to the right, which is a good instinct to have, I think, and it's going to be joining LostForWords in this boss fight.
That's a big catch-up, I think. Made up a nice amount of time there.
Oh, okay. Nice downstab from LostForWords. Very intentional, right through the boss. Oh, it's so good. Skurd's first attempt doesn't go well. LostForWords poisoned.
That's a fun special death animation. I wasn't sure if it even did anything for a moment, but yeah, then you fall over dead.
It did something alright. This boss spends a lot of time at the top of the screen. What are you, as the player, gonna do about it? Oh, chance to lock her on the top right of this. Okay, she got away. I think you could probably keep hitting her against the wall. Skurd. Oh, flipping off the rope.
Skurd got a lot of hits in so far. Not sure if the boss's color changes mean anything. We've seen LostForWords, I think, change the boss to yellow and red. There's yellow.
Yeah, it's definitely the boss is getting weaker, and also new attacks come out, like we saw that down stab in the yellow. Here's red. I've got a flaming dive kick. A lot of patience from LostForWords. There's poison, look out!
Ooh, just incinerated. Gone in a flash.
Skurd was jumping left. I think, your attack, I think it kind of hits behind you. Maybe could have thrown an attack out. Tough boss. Has a lot of different attacks. Likes to dart out of your range. A lot of its attacks begin with it swooping out of your attack range and then sort of diving in.
The boss moves around a lot, so I would be scared to also move and go aggressively against it, because you never know when it's gonna suddenly run right into you.
Oh, Skurd trying to stun lock the boss against the wall or something, but she definitely has iframes while she does that, glowing white sort of charge. This thing that Skurd just got hit by.
Skurd trying to bait the kick. This boss is definitely a bigger challenge than the previous one. Taking a bunch of deaths here. This is stage 2-2. I looked in Pastebin, it says our goal is, I think, 4-3. Yeah. I hope that's the fighting game boss. So, very occasionally, I think 2 or 3 times in the whole game, a boss fight isn't like this. Instead, it basically turns into a real fighting game. And little Ralph, he's actually not a child, he's like a cursed adult. And in the fighting game scenes, he turns back into the adult form.
Big Ralph. Skurd's got the boss in red mode here. It's being very defensive, jumping away from the dive kick, but then jumps during the transformation. Couldn't get away. I feel like the players are oscillating between defensiveness and aggressiveness. Mostly because neither one seems to be working. You're either waiting a long time and then probably getting hit anyway, or you're jumping in and the boss's evasiveness and iframes and big hitbox on its attacks is being a problem.
Skurd picked up a sword item which gives him fireballs. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
trying a new strat now.
Backtracking. We saw this in an earlier race yesterday. When the checkpoint starts you in front of the boss with no opportunity to pick up power-ups, you can sometimes backtrack through the level just to grab one to have an edge on the boss.
So far it's working well for Skurd. Oh, the fireball looked scary.
Oh, this game is so good. Look how they designed the level layout so that the boss has this upper area that you can't reach her and she can shoot diagonally down at you.
Even as a special animation to push off the wall. I don't think we've seen that on the lower part.
Yeah. Okay, but the rope strat does still offer some advantages.
Both of them on red. Yeah, it seems mostly safe for Skurd. And that's probably it. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Oh, LostForWords with 2 hits on the red phase. Not enough for the kill. It's got to be like one more. No!
Takes the flaming kick. Yeah, the
this
rope
race was
seemed...
gonna be tied, but instead Skurd jumps out to a lead.
The rope seemed pretty safe and reliable for Skurd. Just had to mash sword and the enemy couldn't even attack much.
And that was an out-of-the-box thought to backtrack for that power-up. I wouldn't fault LostForWords for not thinking of that, even after a couple more attempts. My read was succubus, not vampire, and so that's why I kind of defaulted to girl. But now that I get a closer look, I guess it could be a boy. It could be an incubus. Be a vampire. I don't know.
I mean, it's got a tail and big wings. That doesn't really, especially the tail doesn't really say vampire for me. Just some kind of demon.
Skurd's in the next level. Moving through it so far. Whenever I see something that has this sort of like Egyptian sandy sort of thing, I'm thinking this level's gonna have traps.
Yeah, that makes sense. Old temples.
Skurd finds a little friend. He shoots bombs. And the arc is very useful dealing with these scorpions. It does look like Astro Boy on Halloween.
Dangerous jumps here, Skurd. So getting very low on these ropes.
The wing animation not dealing damage makes a lot of sense, because I saw them get hit by that a number of times.
An extra life just out of reach for Skurd, but I think extra lives aren't really that much use as far as we've seen.
Yeah, they don't let you keep your power up or anything.
And the game over doesn't take you back very far. Oh, there's a trap.
There we go. You knew it had to be somewhere.
I'm not sure there was any tell on that. Oh yeah, okay, there's a little. Yeah, the pillars are falling over, and you see it breaking.
I would have thought like, oh, it's gonna tip over to the right, you know, like not into the foreground on top of me. That was tricky. Okay, we're getting to a very difficult section. This shade of brown, I remember being a thing we saw a lot on the player's screens the last time this got raised. LostForWords did that downstab on the boss that one time, and had enough time to see that it has like a glowing sword animation, and I think it instantly triggered a phase change as well. And I was really hoping that would sort of trigger in his head that like, oh, this attack is good. It's powerful, it's got a big hitbox, but you know what? Don't need it. Finally done with this boss. Gonna be joining Skurd on the next level.
Skurd in the meantime getting harassed by Seth, maybe? Some kind of Egyptian god.
Yeah. It's two of them now. Gonna try to just climb away. Oh, look out.
I think we saw it already in the waterworks stage, or whatever it was called. Some of these traps, it's kind of hard to understand them the first time you're trying to go fast.
Yeah. If you see something weird, you should probably take a moment and look at it. Oh, can you jump on top for the sword? You can. It's risky.
Silver sword, not sure what that does. The other sword had the fireball. Okay, this seems to have like a more reach.
Gotta go fast. Okay. LostForWords found out that those rib cages that Skurd was jumping over, I was wondering if they were actually deadly. They are.
Yeah, I think we had like this long platform with the ropes over it. Definitely looks like the ribs are deadly.
Oh, is this... Don't like guys like pop out... Well, I won't spoil it, but I just saw that guy and it reminded me of something cool. LostForWords got the extra range on the sword slash now, and clears the jump. Skurd incinerated by a roaming fireball. Oh, or a bad jump. Okay, LostForWords lands safely. Oh, and employed the downstab again.
LostForWords is coming up on the cracking pillars pretty soon.
True.
Here
it comes.
Okay.
Don't stop for nothing. Whoa, okay. Stop for something.
Managed to avoid the first few by speed and then saw what they do.
Yeah, had enough time to react. Skurd identified that fire was going to be a problem, so dropped down to the lower block. Unfortunately, just slipped off in a platforming error after that. Yeah, you can't slash the flame. Gotta jump over. Nice.
So the enemies also have these flames? Okay, but that's just to keep you away, I guess.
My eyes pan over to see how LostForWords is doing and find his corpse lingering on these spikes.
Skurd running into the next boss fight.
I remember this boss being here for a while.
That was a quick incineration, and he's already charging up his laser eyes.
Skurd was in those flames for like kind of a while. Just made absolutely no effort to move out of them.
Yeah. He's relying on his fire sword, I think. So this boss starts you out with the fireball sword. It's right ahead of you when you spawn.
Yeah, I mean, this would be horrible if you didn't have it. It's already extremely hard with it.
Oh, now we're playing slide puzzle.
There's just a lot of things to keep track of. There's what the boss is doing. It's got eye lasers. It's got flame breath. There's the platforms moving around in, I assume, a counterclockwise cycle. There are these moths that appear from, I don't know, down below somewhere, I guess. They come out a door at the bottom.
Oh yeah, looks like that's what's opening and closing down there. LostForWords trying to take on this Egyptian god here. Not sure you can defeat those.
I think you can. I think we saw someone on a rope slashing left over and over and over again, and the thing couldn't even move.
Really getting a hit in, but the boss, it takes time to fight them.
Sure does. There we go. Oh, you can slash the laser to deflect it, or, well, sort of dissipate it. The door is spitting out the worms, and the worms become the moth, or are they just sometimes worms and sometimes moth?
Complex ecosystem in this tomb.
I think the moth just became a worm after you hit it. Look, it it loses its wings and like metamorphizes backwards. So much going on. So difficult to keep it all in your head.
We even had a new attack there, these homing fireballs from the very top.
You can actually reach him with the sword. I'm guessing that's going to do more damage than the fireball. It takes a hit from the trailing eye laser. Hits the worm such that it drops, I think, harmlessly down off the bottom of the screen. LostForWords cutting it close, climbing the rope.
Looks like the boss doesn't always take damage, maybe when it's charging up an attack. Sometimes I don't see it responds to being hit.
Also, it looked like Skurd slashed that eye laser, and it's gonna go break the door at the bottom to stop the moths from spawning. Ooh, that seems huge. It's so easy to do. I bet you can shoot the top thing to stop it from shooting fireballs too. Oh, jumping up at the boss's face, getting a couple slashes in. LostForWords, not sure how to approach this enemy. Nice timing on the jump slash. Skurd falling off the bottom of the level. But now that he knows about breaking the moth door, I think odds of success went way up.
Yeah, some pretty good ideas of how to deal with the boss now. Also, as we saw, went straight in and attacked directly.
Oh, just missed the jump to the block. LostForWords getting hit by the same fireball we saw Skurd get hit by.
Skurd takes out the door again.
So the left block goes like up and down. No, I don't know. These blocks are moving in a pretty involved pattern.
Yeah, now they're going different ways. Okay, maybe they're going in a circle.
Yeah, the front two go in a circle. The left one just hangs out on the left side of the screen and goes up and down, and then they all come together.
Skurd has
It's going to take a while, but I think it's going to work.
going. We don't see these homing fireballs a lot. They might be a problem. Oh, jumping into the flame breath. In the meantime, LostForWords is also here.
Gonna start to get to work on learning everything this boss has going on. Yeah, it was not safe to stay on the block with that fire breath, so jumped left, didn't know that this platform is all the way against the left side of the screen. Can't quite tell if the eye has a separate hitbox.
Yeah, it looks like it
face.
does. Flashes separately.
So you could turn off the eye lasers, I suppose. Oh!
LostForWords did take out the eye laser.
LostForWords did get hit by the fire and almost jumped off trying to dodge it. And you can't slash the homing fireballs. Okay, we learned a new thing. Huge for Skurd, by the way, breaking the moth door at the bottom. Jumps off left from the fire. And defeats the boss. Incredible performance from Skurd.
That's one stage left for Skurd.
LostForWords, a very unnecessary jump over the laser, but does manage to pull it off.
Also noticing the door can be destroyed, just taking it out quickly. I wonder if that Egyptian pyramid artifact we touched took us back in time now. It looks very Jurassic, very prehistoric.
Yeah, I actually have no idea what's going on in the story of this game.
LostForWords took out the eyeball again, also the moth door is already broken. Now the chasing fireballs, these seem really hard.
Yeah, if you're down on the paw, I mean, that's bad because you're not going to ever deal any damage to the boss from down there, but you are safe from those homing fireballs. We did see that. As for what Skurd did differently than LostForWords, I don't know. I looked over and expected to see Skurd to continue fighting the boss, and then it just blew up and died. It would be really sad if LostForWords was not on easy difficulty this whole time.
No, I'm pretty sure we've seen both of them check at the start.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, these moving platforms are kind of weird. And this vine as well. Here we go. Got it. Next one. Nice.
Make it up on the platform.
It's tough. If you want to jump to like if you're on the first platform and you want to jump to the second, you barely need to move forward at all from Like they're almost adjacent. The forward position of the first platform and the backward position of the second platform are basically adjacent to each other.
Yeah, they move back really far and really fast as well.
Yeah.
Skurd making it through. Oh, it's a big fish.
Oh, it's not a regular slash. It's the charge slash. To bat things away. What a cool game. Whoa, nice slash from Skurd on that fish.
The fish just explodes in one blast.
Yeah, thank goodness. I mean, it's so big and fast that if it didn't die in one hit, you're not going to get a second. LostForWords dropping straight out the bottom of the boss fight. And has been here a while. Has been here about as long as I remember the other racers being here. And it's tough to not get frustrated when you're not making progress.
It looks like LostForWords also knows quite a bit about the boss already, being able to destroy separate parts.
Backs up from the laser. Nice and safe. Jump off the falling logs on the waterfall, a video game classic. These ones are a lot more realistic though. They don't just like slowly fall down the waterfall. They go. You need to be jumping on them when they're cresting the top.
Yeah, the game likes doing that. A lot of these vanishing platforms are just very fast.
Mm-hmm. Boss
LostForWords.
defeated.
Nice.
Had really settled into a rhythm of how to handle every single little part of these phases. Be on this part of the block, drop down at this part of the fire animation.
Skurd getting run down by these weird little green chasing guys.
Yeah.
Little bean men.
They're like walking away, and then when you get close, they're like, wait, I see him! And they turn around. Okay, so 4-3 is the end of the goal. Skurd on 4-2, LostForWords on 4-1. If this were the start of the race, it would be, or well, I guess, more like the middle of the race, I guess. It'd be a lead, but not an insurmountable one. But this late, this is very tough for LostForWords.
Internet Rituals said though that it's still anyone's race, so maybe there's some really tough part coming up.
I mean, we saw how long that boss took LostForWords. If a similar thing happens to Skurd. Finds a closed door and only these two little enemies. Like maybe you can kill them or use them somehow, but Skurd's not even gonna bother. It's gonna go that other path that they saw down the ladder. Get jumped on by an unkillable skull.
Interesting skull dispenser here. Funny design.
Yeah, look, LostForWords is standing off the front side of the platform and jumping straight up and landing on the back side of the second platform. Wants the ring, or is just suspicious of the cycles? Okay. It's just points.
Grab the extra sword up there, I think, the silver sword.
Oh, was there one up there? Into the drink.
Skurd dispenser. Here's a switch. That might be the switch for the upper door we've seen. Or maybe not. Another switch.
Opens this door to get that switch. Did Skurd actually hit it? Yeah, okay. He's homing shots from this
They don't stop,
severed face.
but they also didn't kill. I'm guessing the charged sword swing would do it again. Oh, we've got a minecart. Wonderful.
Minecart. This is fast. This is a very fast minecart.
As it looks like you can walk off, like his feet were sticking out.
Yeah, that's scary. Okay, transfer to the second minecart, right? Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. Wait for the third minecart. Wow. Can't fault Skurd for that one.
Ooh, getting in front of the cart. Getting a trolley problemed.
LostForWords misses the jump on that log by just a tiny little bit. Where's this checkpoint? That was the tutorial minecart. He's gonna bomb that one and blow it up. And then you gotta be like, uh-oh, bombs are bad. Skurd is dead? Yes, that's his corpse rolling in front of the minecart.
Yeah, I wasn't sure maybe you could recover from that, but I guess you can't. Just an involved death animation. This is still 4-2, this isn't the final boss fight or anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Skurd is just gonna wait. No, Skurd!
It's the second time that Skurd kinda just got bounced off, got knocked back onto the safe card.
Yeah. Oh. That platform was high, it was very far away. A jump cannot get there. LostForWords as well, wishing his jump went a little bit further. Skurd completely doesn't understand what is supposed to happen on this section. The little robot is literally not a threat. He doesn't do anything. You just need to watch him die and then escape to the right. And Skurd just like jumps out of the minecart. Is trying to understand the controls, I think.
At least the game is very generous, very merciful with its checkpoints, not like the previous game.
Yeah. Well, desperately needing to catch up. This has not been a very strong waterfall section from LostForWords. Okay, this is looking good from Skurd. It's waiting, jumping now. Okay. You notice the previous time bombs are thrown, they go 1, 2, and it's the third one you gotta watch out for. That's the pattern. So if you see no bombs, you don't have to jump yet, right? You need to, when you see the first bomb, now you're waiting for the second and then the third.
Yeah, they definitely always give you time. But it looks like the jumps are pretty tight, it's always very far up. This time Skurd ignores the other card with the enemy.
1, 2, jump. LostForWords is in the underground section. This is the start of 4-2. Skurd's maybe gonna make it to the end of 4-2 here. We're getting a new look at this minecart section. 1, 2. Oh, it broke the pattern. What? We had a deal. You can look at how close the bombs are landing to the minecart and realize that first one was too close.
Or look at your chance to get to the other minecart if the other thing is close enough.
Yeah. So this one's 2. I would go right away on this one, yeah.
Yeah. The tutorial is over.
You are now live reacting, and Skurd is doing a wonderful job.
Some fruit to bait you into a jump.
There's another guy. What's gonna happen? He's dead. Nice, reading that foreground to mid-ground object. You see that card up there, you know you're supposed to jump to it, but when? Now? Now? Now?
We have time. Oh!
Skurd got a little bit jumpy. That checkpoint's at the beginning of this minecart section for sure, right? Oof. LostForWords is at the face. That was pretty far along this underground section, no?
Yeah, I think so. Probably coming to the minecart pretty soon.
Bats away the skull. Is having a lot of trouble with the skulls. Okay, there.
Here's the minecart section. LostForWords is gonna have to learn how to deal with this.
Yeah. It would be irresponsible to say this race is now tied. Memorization is hugely important to this minecart section, and Skurd is way ahead on that process. But look, very quick sort of noticing of how to do this from LostForWords. Oh, slips off the back though.
Yeah, definitely got the principle right away. Just got the jump a little bit badly.
Oh, and now this time is like, I don't know, sometimes your first attempt is like way better than your second, third, fourth, and fifth. I don't know.
Yeah, I have that
what
a lot.
the word is for this phenomenon. I think it has something to do with when a situation requires a hesitation and then you go. That first attempt is filled with all these little hesitations as you see what's coming and sort of process what it is and how you might need to respond. And then the second time, you're no longer hesitating, and that is sort of too fast in terms of timing. I don't know. Okay, new stuff now for LostForWords.
I think there aren't really any big surprises until the big rocks later.
Skurd is almost there. LostForWords just jumped a little bit too far forward. Just a little bit off. Everything was fine. Okay, here we go.
Let's go in the second section, which I'm guessing is probably near the end. This minecart section can't go on forever.
Yeah, I gotta assume it's completely scripted, and it's not like these meteors, or whatever these are, these falling rocks, target you on the one you're standing on.
This is kind of deceptive. I understand why Skurd jumped off the last time. There's so many rocks here, but they don't actually hit your card.
Yeah. Nice job not jumping. You gotta jump!
In the air! I didn't expect that. Oh, but now the checkpoint is in the middle of the minecart section.
Oh!
Yeah. Starts right on the second part now.
That's scary, because it's like, okay, how much longer does this minecart section go on if this is the checkpoint in what you would think would be the middle of it?
And now back at the start? Interesting.
Oh, no way!
Is that like a lives and game over difference?
That, or like the checkpoint puts you so far back, it's like before you trigger the checkpoint. And if you die right away, you have not re-triggered your earned checkpoint. Okay, it was a game over situation. LostForWords jumps right away. And again, sees the top one, can't reach it yet, needs to wait.
I'm not sure we've seen LostForWords in the second part yet, but it's not much further.
Yeah, you can go right now. Okay, that's the jump they missed earlier. They got it.
And LostForWords also has 2 lives, so if he's doing a good job sight reading this again, this might be the great chance to turn it around.
Ralph's idle animation, taking a swig of something on this minecart. Again, over jumps the cart.
Oh, does get set back here. Okay, so the checkpoint is not right away when these different tracks start. But a little bit later.
It's actually quite a ways into this falling rock section. It was around when the rocks start falling on the track and breaking that instead of the cart. Oh, did Skurd trigger that checkpoint? Yes. Skurd has a second chance to jump up here, gets there.
You don't get a lot of time and a lot of notice here for your jump, it just bumps you up a little bit and then you have to jump.
Yeah. Okay, there's the mid-air transfer to the previous cart. There's another cart there, so you gotta be thinking about a jump. There it is, but what is that jump? Do you go earlier? Later seems worse.
It's also hard to read because I think the jump is almost off, the other card is almost off screen, so it's almost a blind jump.
Oh, LostForWords barely making it onto this cart. And does do this shorter jump. Has 1 life left, so is gonna enjoy the checkpoint. Oh, jumps early onto this thing. Onto the track breaking sections. This is really tough. Didn't go. Had one more chance, almost.
Skurd made it through multiple in-air transfers, they're getting juggled, and that's the end. Hopefully, okay, it did survive, I wasn't sure. Maybe you had to do one last quick jump.
LostForWords has 1 chance to use this later checkpoint to keep pace with Skurd, who is on the way, I assume, to 4-3 at the end of the goal. But it's so tough to sight read some of this stuff. Here we go, the mid-air transfer. Nope. And I can't blame him.
Skurd's getting transformed to regular Ralph now, and now it's a fighting game, and I'm not sure the pace spin actually told that at all, so they might be in for a big surprise here.
Big Ralph. What are your options? Jump kick? Oh, there's grabs. Don't get too close.
Yeah, looks like
he's got an uppercut with the sword.
Looks like the pace spin doesn't explain this at all, so that's funny.
He's got a fireball. Do you actually do like quarter circles and stuff?
I'm pretty sure there are combos, I mean, yeah, moves of some kind.
Oh, you've got a sweep where you stab the sword in and do a loop around it to sweep the legs? Didn't work out there. Oh!
Skurd is getting some
reactions to the slide. Drive rush medium kick from Travant the Lizard Man. Oh, with the Blanca ball that catches him with the slide. Oh, the jump kick slide combo. Is this going to be enough for Skurd? Blocks the dragon punch.
Getting close. Both almost on same. Yeah, both on same very low health.
Oh, what a combo. Could take it with this next strike.
Skurd is keeping him cornered and takes him out.
Finds the hit.
And that's the dot on from Skurd. Very nice. Very well handled.
41.
This surprise fighting game fight here.
Once more, little Ralph. And Travant knocked out of the Lizards bracket. Skurd was pretty comfortable doing dragon punches and fireballs and stuff. I think they've probably played a fighting game before that, or they were just going nuts on their controller.
Yeah, I have no idea what the moves are. What kind of inputs? Is it Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, or there's like a bunch of different schemes?
Yeah, well, apparently it's Street Fighter. Marshmaster clarified for us. So I assume it's, you know, forward, down, down, forward to do the sword spin rising into the air. I assume the fireball's quarter circle forward. Skurd's just gonna keep playing. Yeah, Skurd is our winner. 53-41. You can see the time, first place at the top of the screen.
LostForWords is getting pretty far. Does have another life left and hopefully the checkpoint by now.
Nice transfer. Knows about the mid-air transfer this time, I think. Oh! But no reaction. Sometimes you know a thing is coming up, but you forget when or where. Jumped straight up and then tried to adjust right in the air, and that didn't get there.
If LostForWords would take the continue there, did let the timer tick down.
Just pausing for a little bit, maybe to check race chat, confirm. Indeed, that was my opponent that typed .done, not one of the other racers.
This minecart section definitely seems like more of a deciding factor here for the race. The fighting game part, at least for Skurd, went very quick. Unless LostForWords will struggle with that, the minecart did a lot more to make a difference.
Seems pretty comfortable with the starting section now. Wow, I say that, but then the jumps that aren't full jumps have been plaguing LostForWords. There's the fruits. I think we're coming up to the second part again. Okay, nice jumps. I don't remember if it's full jumps when you transfer up to a higher level. It looks like it basically is. Yeah. Hesitated, went straight up for too long on that jump.
Only has this one life from the checkpoint. Oh, that was pretty late, but still okay.
Completely fine.
Is the back and forth.
Oh,
And
at the last possible moment on both jumps.
I think that might be it. Yeah,
I think that's it.
LostForWords also making it through the minecart.
We've had there's a lot of races that are like beat stage 3. I really like going to 4-3. It's a longer race, you know, it took the players around an hour. But getting to see this part is so worth it.
Yeah, capping it off with the complete genre change is a great surprise.
Let's see if LostForWords plays any fighting games. Down the block button. I assume it's back to block, but I don't know.
Is keeping ahead so far, is keeping the pressure on Travant.
Yeah, I mean, understands the range of this one useful attack, and if the enemy's not gonna block, then...
He isn't even using his any special attacks, really, it's just timing his attacks well, I guess.
Okay, the enemy's getting more aggressive. Oh, and the range on that sweep. Strategy isn't working anymore. I think LostForWords is gonna have to throw in some jumps. Oh. Gets a knockdown. There's so many moves. It's gonna come down to the wire. Totally different strategy than Skurd. Isn't gonna work.
One more hit maybe? 2 more hits?
Oh, baits the uppercut with the whiff punish, and then the follow-up gets the hit.
Both of them not really struggling much with this fighting game part. Very nice.
Yeah, first tries, right?
Yeah, both of them with very different strategies, and there's our dot done. An hour, a minute, and 47 seconds.
Well done by both players. We'll see if they want to come in and chat, but that is our last race for like 4 hours, 3 hours, I guess. There's going to be a little bit of a break before we kick it back up with some Friday night mystery. A whole bunch of races later today. It was an elimination match too, and a long match. Players might be a little bit worn out. Looks like Skurd has agreed to come chat. Wait a little bit to hear from LostForWords. But yeah, there it is. We can see both of them lost a match, so... This is the elimination of LostForWords from Mystery Tournament 19. Both matches from LostForWords were close. Skurd gets to fight on as a lizard. Let me look and try to find them in the bracket. The lizard's bracket is dense with a lot of names down here. Yeah. Just use the search function. It's fine. Okay, there they are.
I was thinking of some lizard games to submit. I didn't think of this one, but Travant is a pretty powerful lizard.
We're joined by Skurd. Hello.
Hello.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much were you expecting a fighting game final boss of the goal?
Absolutely not. Especially when I saw the other bosses, I was like, was expecting like something similar, and then I was like, I certainly noticed that normal fighting moves would like kind of work. So
Yeah, we saw a
nice.
fireball. We saw, I assume that's a
Yeah.
dragon punch when you sort of spin and go up in the air with the sword.
Yeah, true. So, but I don't even know how I got the fireball, but I know I got it a few times. But I don't play fighting game very much, so. But
Yeah,
You played enough to find those moves.
yeah,
this
Yeah.
fighting game part worked pretty interestingly for both of you. So both of you did it first try, but with pretty different strategies. You found a lot of special moves. LostForWords kind of did it just with the basic attacks.
okay, yeah. I kind of just mashed some part. Like it seems like it works. I was like, I can just continue to try spam this. But it was quite a fun game and a fun fight actually. So, but I was scared because I got really low before the boss was like kind of low, and then I got a good comeback. I feel like so. And I see it didn't finish too far away from me, so that was kind of scary as well. So
Yeah, you were behind until the big pharaoh head boss. You did that one
Right.
extremely well.
yeah. Well, I died there a lot as well, and I was like, I'm just gonna play safe, and yeah. It was also super easy once I got the sword, with the fire. I mean, I felt like that was what made that boss fight easier.
Yeah, speaking of, you went back and got an extra sword power up to fight the flying winged boss.
Yeah, I just felt like the fire was like very, very good because you could stay far away, and I thought like maybe I could just do that. So it actually worked. So because that winged fairy was so annoying. Like it didn't come down, so I was like, this is just annoying. I'm not hitting it or anything. And I was just looking if there was on any upgrades, and luckily there was a sword, but I feel like that didn't help me too much. I thought the sword helped me more on the pharaoh.
Yeah, the sword encouraged you to climb the rope because then you had a high place to shoot the fireball from. But then the boss just went higher still, so you're like, okay, so I'll climb the rope more. And then you found a totally different strategy.
Yeah, I was just lucky. So I'm glad it worked out, because that boss was annoying. Like, just getting new pattern after each stage was rough on the ground.
Yeah, it had a lot it could do, and you needed to respond pretty differently to its attacks. So yeah tough boss. We noticed. Tell me about the jumps in this game. Are they a little bit like we've noticed? Some players had trouble like not doing a full jump.
Yeah, it was kind of tricky because I just felt that I tried to just do full jumps and just like rather adjust like how far I go with it. So yeah, the half jump is not easy. So
especially in while bombs and flaming rocks are threatening to destroy the minecart you're riding.
Yeah, but I think I just did the max jump there and just adjusted. I also jumped way too far sometimes because I did the normal full jump, so that was kind of annoying. Like I just like slid slightly off on the right side of the cart and such.
Yeah.
That was annoying. Yeah, but honestly, I think the controls in this game was pretty good. I liked it compared to lots of other horrible games we played in the past. So this was quite a good game. I'm kind of happy for this. So despite how we would have gone, it was a fun game to play.
Yeah, it looked great. It's tournament organizer Internet Dirigible's favorite game.
Ah, I see. The only thing I didn't like was that on the last minute with the cards was that if you game over, you had to do the cards from the beginning because the card was punishing. Like you just, it was rough.
Yeah, well done. Did you find you were like really trying to memorize each part? Yeah.
Yeah, I was calculating how many bombs because I was like, okay, this take 3 bombs, this take 3 bombs. And then it was like, no, I died in the second bomb.
So, yeah. So rude. So like, and then the next guy shows up, and I'm like, it's gonna be 1. You got to go immediately.
Yeah. So that was rough. And the same with the fireballs because I remember when one of the first fireballs, it looks like you're going to jump, and it just hits like the rails instead of you. So And I just jumped and killed myself instead. I was like, what is this? Yeah, bullshit.
Pretty
So,
rude. Definitely,
yeah.
a couple deaths that are borderline unavoidable until you kind of go, oh, okay, I see, and then you try again.
So I was kind of relieved when I was done with that, because like, okay, if I die now, I probably won't get placed to the beginning again. So, yeah.
Wow, congratulations. You continue to fight it out down in the Lizard brackets. Looks like your next opponent is Ico VT.
Yeah.
And if a certain someone wins their next match, you might be fighting Mooware after that.
Oh really? Well,
Yeah.
maybe we'll meet.
We'll see. It depends on the draws of the game, because if it's her terrible controls, I will play bad.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
we'll
do
see.
good with good controls. Well done.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming out and racing and coming to talk to us.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Bye.
And thank you so much to LostForWords, who was just eliminated from Mystery Tournament, played well, finished strong against Travant with the first try clutch kill. And thank you so much for the sub as well, posting in the chat.
Right. And that's it from us for now.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we're not gone for long. In a bit over 2 hours, our big block of evening, or for me late night matches is starting. The deadline for at least 1, maybe 2 rounds probably is today, so a lot of people are getting their matches in last minute as usual.
Yeah, a lot of people schedule for the deadline day, and then also clear with the moderators that it's okay to do it on the day after, which is a weekend, right? So there will be a lot of matches tonight, and probably a lot of matches tomorrow and the day after as well. And some exciting ones. Look at this. Triscorp, Mystery Tournament 17 champion, is playing. Someone 325 has been to top 8. Half Beastie versus So Much Fabs.
Yeah, that's a big double here. Half Beastie versus So Much Fabs is, I think, a match that a lot of people have been looking forward to. And then there's also Risco and Meta Forever in the same match, assuming we're doing a double as usual.
Yeah, if Meta Forever pulls that off, they will have beaten 90 in the previous round and then Triscorp in this round, which is like, that's... Most people don't have to beat that many top 8 players to get to top 8, but Meta Forever's doing it in Wizards 2 and 3, potentially. That would be incredible. Basically, you're gonna want to come back in 2 hours, 18 minutes to see the Lizard full of lizards in a Lizards 1 match, completely powered up.
In the element.
It should be exciting.